I've skipped it back right to the start of the track, so we're actually right at the beginning of the 20th Century Fox logo.
Okay, right. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. Big T, Little T. Big T, Little T? Big T, Little C.
Smooth. This is going to be good.
Oh, I know. It's getting late. Okay.
It's getting late. 9 o'clock.
Okay, this is the alternate commentary for Big Trouble in Little China. Very alternate.
John Carpenter's classic.
Yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about the film itself as it's going on.
And rambling off
on various tangents.
Yeah.
So the idea is you line up your version of the movie and then play it, if you want, whilst listening to us talking BS.
Yeah.
Over the course of it. So line up your DVD just as the 20th Century Fox logo is about to show up. And press play.
And second.
Press play.
Now.
Okay. Right. This is another movie that I grew up with.
It's not a movie you grew up with.
It's another movie that
another
I grew up
movie
with.
You grew up with.
It's an iconic movie from the 80s for me. It was like Ghostbusters This.
I always feel like The Golden Child is like a spiritual companion to this movie.
This?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's got that same feel.
It's kind of got the same theme, I suppose. But, I mean, for me, this was always a sort of a rainy day film. Because I was a kid out in Australia in the 80s.
And it starts in the rain.
It always felt right for me to sort of
stretch your imagination too much.
Well, it always felt right for me to sort of be watching it in that.
Yeah, that's true.
It does actually seem better when it's pissing down outside to watch this film. Just sort of sit down with a hot drink and start watching it.
It is. It does rain a massive amount in this film, actually.
I like it. I like that.
No, it's good. Rain's great in movies. Not so much in real life, but like in movies, it adds a lot of, ambiance.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're seeing here one of the
Egg Shen.
pivotal characters, Egg. Why'd they call him Egg? Is that short for something?
Egg foo, yeah. I don't know.
But the guy he's talking to, that lawyer guy, I've seen him in loads of other films.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys who's been in everything, but
he's
you
a
can
bit
never
part
remember
actor.
what. Yeah.
Yeah, he always plays some sneering. Yeah. But at this point in the film, you're not quite sure where it's going to go. Obviously, they've been talking about some sort of event which has just passed us by.
Yeah.
And he's the bureaucrat's struggling with the concept of magic and stuff, which he obviously doesn't believe in the slightest.
Who would? I wouldn't.
No, I mean, there's obviously no evidence whatsoever.
No.
Can you provide proof that magic exists? Possibly.
With the help of ILM, I can. Kabam! That's how it always starts.
Yeah.
It starts small.
Now, would you actually stay seated in the room if someone had just sparked lightning off their fingertips?
Unless he asked me to leave, I'd stay. And then we cut to the awesome John Carpenter soundtrack as the dodgy-looking truck comes over the hill.
Pork Chop Express. Which I am now the proud owner of a baseball cap bearing it as a slogan. Which
it's got to be a euphemism.
Pork Chop Express. Well, it's right up there with the Snake Plissken tattoo, really, isn't it?
Yeah, snake with the one eye. Yeah.
What's he? He's been described. Someone described him once as a sort of a trucking philosopher or something like that, because he does nothing except drive through the rain, eat baguettes full of God knows what.
I like to think meatballs. I can't imagine him eating anything but like meatballs.
And just talking randomly into the CB to anyone that will listen.
I'm wearing Ray-Bans in the rain.
I know. Do you think he can see
anything?
They're the same glasses they wear in They Live, aren't they?
Yeah. They are, actually, yeah.
Actually, which came first, this or They Live?
Oh, I don't know. Not without looking. My knowledge isn't that awesome. I
saw They Live recently, and this feels... Big Trouble in Little China feels later.
Yeah, I think
it feels later.
Probably is. I could be boring and go and look, but I'm not gonna.
No.
Oh, now he's taking the glasses off.
Well, it is chucking it down. I'm amazed he was wearing
chucking
them
it
before.
down before.
Not as much. It's probably monsoon.
The thing I was going to say is, like, I think it's on the proper commentary of this, but John Carpenter talks about how his, like, idea for the film was, instead of making a movie where you concentrated on the hero, you actually concentrated on the sidekick.
Yeah, I didn't get that until you mentioned it. You were the first person to mention that to me, and then I sort of thought yeah, that is the case.
Yeah, because, like, the guy who runs the Dragon of the Black Pearl restaurant, his friend, is actually the hero.
Yeah.
Because he's got all the kick-ass moves and everything, and he's trying to save his girlfriend and all that kind of stuff.
It's proper noble.
Yeah.
And his only real interest is getting his truck back.
Yeah, he's just there next to him the whole time, and he's actually the sidekick, but he's presented as the hero. And it's brilliant.
This market that he's pulling up to, where he's dropping off his goods, I so want to find a market like this.
I know, I'd shop there every day.
I would buy fresh produce every day from this place. It just makes me hungry looking at this. I don't know, what is it, dumplings he's buying?
Yeah, it's like every time I go to Chinatown in London and it's not like this, I'm disappointed.
You want to get a Camden Market. That's probably closer. Camden Market.
But Chinatown.
It's not proper Chinese food.
Chinatown to be like
Little China.
Little China in this. It's like there's nobody,
Would you gamble with Chinese people?
Hell no. hell no. Especially like that whole thing that he does, like trying to cut the bottle off as well. Clearly just trying to knock Jack out so he can rip him off. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's not because I think they're untrustworthy in any shape or form. It's because of what they will do to you if you lose.
Yeah.
Or if you win. So.
Yeah. I love that.
You just immediately think they're all with the triads. I know it. Let the Wookiee win.
That's that's why the bottle didn't break. My spirit's going north and south.
Yeah, of course, you weren't trying to knock me out. Yeah, he's a proper hustler, isn't he?
Yeah. It's like he just won all his money, he wants it back. So he's just like, the whole idea is to just belt the bottle at him and smack him in the head.
Is that your theory, or do you think that's actually what happens?
No, that's what it's supposed to be. He's going to rip him off.
Yeah, I know he's trying to con him out of it, but I don't know whether he's actually trying to knock him out and nick up his money.
Yeah, the bottle's aimed straight at his head. He's just going to black him out and take the money back.
Yeah, but he's his mate. They seem to go way back.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he'd
But he needs some money.
I don't think he'd
He needs some money to get his girlfriend, that's what it's for. It explains all that. Do you know what the cool thing is? Is that, isn't he like in one of the Indiana Jones films?
No, he's not in any of them.
Is he not?
No, you're thinking, what, is he short round or something? No, he's not.
No, it's short round, but isn't he the guy who's in the restaurant at the beginning? Club Obi-Wan. The one who goes first.
I don't know, Temple of Doom was made before this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch it again. You see, Temple of Doom's not my favourite.
No, it's not mine.
I can't actually remember the last time I saw it.
I'd love it if he was in it, because he's wearing a brown fedora.
Yeah.
And that would just be awesome.
That is the thought that pops into my head. Is that a nod to indie? I don't know. Here we go.
Not that bottle.
Cutting the
this
bottle.
bottle.
That's such a good thing.
Because that one's going to be set up. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't want the bottle to break. It's the whole point. And it's never going to break at that angle anyway.
I don't know. It's like he's lining it up, but no, that wasn't aimed at his head.
It clearly is.
It wasn't. It slides across the table. It doesn't jump up at him. No, I don't think he was.
How does he catch it there then?
Huh?
He catches it in the air by his face.
I don't know. But I honestly don't. I don't think he was aiming to knock him out.
I think he was.
I think he'll try and rip him out of his money as any way possible. Except I don't think he would actually go as far as trying to knock his mate out.
I don't know. I think these guys have been ripping each other off.
No, look, I think
on and off forever.
No,
and it's kind of what they do to each other.
No, I don't think they'd go that far. I think that if he was going to go as far as knocking him out, he'd at least steal an organ or something instead.
Nice. Whatever the 80s equivalent of eBay was.
Yeah.
Just put it in the newspaper and hope someone picks it up fast.
Kurt Russell wakes up, oh, god damn it, my kidneys.
Damn it. Why am I in a bath full of ice? Not again.
Oh, Wang Yun. You did it again.
I can survive without any kidneys, right?
Here we go. The least Chinese-looking Chinese.
Well, they needed someone with green eyes.
Yeah. So they got this.
They just do it with contacts now. But
Yeah, they would.
They probably could back then.
I can't believe that.
Actually, they'd probably change them with computers now. They'd probably do the whole girlfriend in CG.
Not even a real person.
Yeah. We'll just graft her in later with green screen. We'll make everybody look Chinese later. CG.
Here we go. Good old-fashioned secure 80s airport where...
I must admit, I absolutely adore the gang members.
What, just the way they dress?
Three guys, yeah.
Who don't look conspicuous in the slightest.
Absolutely awesome. They totally rule. They look like they're straight out of a Ninja Turtles comic, and it's absolutely fantastic.
And they wonder
the Lords of Death, that's right. The Lords of Death. Street gang, very dangerous. I love Kim Cattrall's character. I love how she talks.
What,
she's
talking
like,
to an audience?
Yeah, she talks completely like she's narrating the whole thing.
She probably
for an audience that isn't there.
That's probably how she actually feels about the world, this particular character. Alright, I'm the most important thing in the universe.
It's brilliant.
You will all listen to what I say.
But I have so many people who don't get this film, who watch it and it's like, oh, I hate, like, it's so hammy and everything. It's like, that's the point. It's aimed at a certain, like, genre of film. And it's referencing that way of talking and delivering dialogue. Like, she just gives all this exposition the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like anything happens, she explains it all. It's absolutely brilliant.
But it's only her that does it. No other character does that.
Yeah.
Not to the same extent, anyway. You've got the sort of mystics like Egg, who comes along and explains the sort of mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
But that's in a different way to what she's actually doing. She's I'm here for exposition.
You want to be standing downwind. It's Miller time. Classic line.
Oh yeah, this is like Ghostbusters. There's so many quotes in this.
Yeah.
Is this the film with
another movie that was like massively referenced in things like Duke Nukem referenced loads of Carpenter movies and stuff.
Yeah, they had to
like
play
it's got the son of a bitch must pay.
Yeah,
line
that's from this, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to ask that.
And it's got the kick-ass and chew bubble gum from
these guys are armed to the fucking teeth.
I know, they're awesome.
How did they get all this shit in there?
Well, it's only the waiting area. They haven't had to go through any security.
Yeah, good point. Still, why hasn't someone shot them yet?
Because that would be crap.
Yeah, granted, it's the 80s. These days, those guys walking into an airport just dressed like that would immediately get shot.
It's absolutely awesome. The guy with the headband and those, like, the snake-eye glasses.
How do you see that?
Who cares, man? It just looks amazing.
Yeah, you wouldn't mess with them.
They literally are, like... I could probably pick out a Ninja Turtles comic and flip to a page and find a gang that look like that.
Just so over the top.
Yeah. That's what you want. Like, I want a Dragon of the Black Pool.
Is that his restaurant?
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't found something like that on one of the
Dragon
t-shirt
of the Black
sites.
Pool. Why have they not done that? It's absolutely stunning. Look, there's a so deadpan, just chill in the back of the car.
I used to think that car was so cool. Though.
Son of a bitch must pay.
This is
so good.
I used that line myself. Doesn't sound quite as good, but
it's his delivery as well. He doesn't say it's slow or anything. It's just like a matter of fact thing. He's like, son of a bitch must pay.
He's just totally angry with his
matter of fact.
It's got nothing to do with him what just went down. How would he actually know where these guys had gone anyway? They drove off in this uber fast red car, and this guy, not that the colour red's in.
Well, because he knows, like, that, because he knows they're the Lords of Death. He knows where they hang out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, that is, yeah.
See Egg Foo Young on the side of the truck.
That's borderline racism.
It's not borderline. I think it's pretty over the border.
Actually, tell you what, there's an elderly lady who I know, who I actually refer to as Egg, because she does this thing that he does here. So
does she have the facial hair?
No, she does have the facial hair.
That'd be quite awesome.
What he says here, this sort of,
Yeah, honest, beautiful Chinese.
Yeah, she does that all the time. So I started calling her Egg, and no one gets it.
I get it, Phil. It's not wasted on me. This is amazing. Whoever the stunt driver they got to do this, like 180 jackknife with the truck, is amazing. Wait for it. The truck drives up the street, sees the turning, and just like...
Does it actually do the turn?
Yeah! Coming up any second now.
Turn left now.
Yeah, this is it. Wait for it.
Oh,
No.
right, sorry. Oh, shit.
That's amazing.
It wasn't a single take, though. They had to do two.
Yeah.
I bet it bloody stalled as soon as they did it.
Oh.
It suddenly turns into a western here.
Somewhere there's a set down here. Oh, there we go. We're on the same stage, guys. Nice and safe on the
Spot
same stage.
difference.
That's a very impressive soundstage. Oh, this sounds really retarded, but for years it took me ages to work out what the fuck that was. She's
What, a duck?
Up. Yeah, because it hasn't got any feathers. You're like, what the hell is that? It's the weirdest looking thing, a plucked duck. It's
still got the bill,
yeah, exactly. But the beak is like the same colour as it, so it's just this whole like fleshy thing. It's like, what am I actually
horrible,
looking at? It's gross.
This is an example of something that films today don't seem to do as much. Loads and loads and loads of background characters who are fairly iconic type of characters. I mean, very memorable characters, but they don't serve any huge part.
No, they bother to invest in the minor characters.
Yeah, they think about, right, what makes this character different from all the others? He only appears for, like, a single scene.
It makes the world believable, though, because, like, you can imagine that these guys are having a life somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're heroes in their own story. It's like Spider-Man runs in and then runs back out again.
Yeah.
You're like, who the heck's that guy? I want to know his story. The guy with the snake glasses, I definitely want to know his story. While they're not on the stage here, they're fighting the turtles that are back out.
The turtles have showed up and they're kicking ass there. But the main character that makes me think this guy here.
Oh, with the 6-shooters and everything.
Oh, no, yeah, him.
Yeah.
I was just sort of thinking, what? He suddenly turned into a Western. What's his story?
Well, the Chinese, like, it's all connected with the building of the railroads.
Yeah.
So there's, like, this whole thing with the Wild West. So he could, like, inherited those through his family and that, which would be amazing.
But it's just the fact that he's unique among all of the characters.
And then those guys just pull out a Kalashnikov and a Tommy gun and another AK-47. It's absolutely brilliant. On the classic, the Mac-10, the classic of all, like, 80s movies.
Yeah, it's not Uzi though, is it?
No, it's the Mac-10.
Yeah.
It's like those little tiny little...
I always mistake it for an Uzi.
Things, yeah.
I always call those type of things an Uzi, because that was like one of the first gun names I ever learned. I love the way he's holding a knife. Everyone else is armed to the teeth.
It's the only thing he's got is that knife.
Chinese standoff. Don't make a sound.
Yeah. We went to see Dracula the other night. They screened it in Cardiff Castle.
Which one?
The original Hammer one.
Alright.
And they said, like, dress warmly, because it was supposed to be freezing. So Helen went all sort of layered up, and she's got a pair of the Jack Burton boots. I really wanted you to have a knife tucked inside one of them. Yeah, the little fur boots are exactly the same as what he's got in this.
I confess, when I saw Jack Burton running through the car park earlier, I was thinking, yeah, those boots, they're probably more female footwear these days.
Yeah, these days.
They don't look particularly manly.
Awesome bit of kung fu. So he, like, proper snaps some dude's arm in half in a minute. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's another bit that they tend to cut out when it's the...
Crack! Oh.
Yeah, I
knees that guy's head through a piece of board.
I remember seeing a TV cut for this in the early 90s.
Oh, knife to the groin!
And I don't remember this scene being that long.
Wait for it. Snap!
Oh.
Nobody's arm should bend that way.
This guy appears everywhere. He's not a bit part actor. He was in Die Hard.
Yeah, he's in like everything.
We need an ethnic villain.
Yeah, badass looking Asian guy. Oh, he's punching through doors and everything. That guy's just kicked through the wall. He's down. He's out. Oh, like 1,000 punches to the face.
It's a good thing they're all wearing similar colours. They get quite mixed up with this.
Well, that's why you do it, isn't it? So you know the bad guys are.
Here we go.
Dressed in black.
The Three Storms.
That green fire thing is a really mental effect.
There's loads of really good effects in there.
There are.
So who's this?
Those things you just look at it and go, what the heck is
What's
that?
his name? Thunder. I know they got Thunder, they got Lightning. Who's the other guy?
Isn't it Wind?
That would be a shit name. My name's Wind.
I don't know. They don't actually say.
Well, he does have a sort of... Well, no, he refers to Thunder and Lightning, but I don't know if Wind... Yeah. It's the fact that every look is backed up by a Thunderbolt blast.
Yeah.
And this guy is the inspiration, obviously, for the Mortal Kombat character, Raiden.
No, he's not. Shut up.
As played by Christopher Lambert in the film Mortal Kombat. Who is...
Christopher Lambert.
How the hell did he end up being Raiden?
Because there can be only one. Fuck this, shoot him. Shoot him, goddammit, shoot him.
They won't die.
Why are they not dying?
I love
That's weird mechanical sound.
Yeah, why is that? It's like, are they robots or something?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense, that bit.
And they sort of flip over their own knives.
And look at this.
Throw them.
Where do these guys get their equipment? The gardening warehouse. And what? Look, they're armed with rakes and trimmers. It's like they
You're supposed to like this film.
I do like this film. I do like this film. I love this film, honestly. But they look like dorks. I am not afraid of a man with a rake.
Or a lampshade on his head. He's down. He's down for the count. It's a short film.
So I think that was Lopan. Who? He
Wait,
reflects the question the entire audience asks.
A massive hat.
Who the
through
fuck
his
is
head.
Lopan? He does look quite sinister.
It's not. That's not good.
That did kind of weird me out when I was a kid.
8-foot roadblock with light coming out of his eyes.
I'm blind, I can't see. Don't worry, it's temporary. How the hell would you know that?
Is the rainwater in the face all fixed?
Yeah,
I can totally see.
The
I now
rainwater off the floor.
have chlamydia or something, but I can see. Oh, the Lords of Death, brilliant.
Who know your name. They know who you are. They know where you live.
I should probably go.
Yeah, run away. And the gardening enthusiasts killed everyone.
Yeah. I know, I know a bunch of, his films are done in the 80s. But, he does have a thing for having his lead characters have mullets. It's like Jack Burton's looking a hell of a lot, sort of...
They always kind of work, though. Yeah, I've never actually... It's never bothered me. They can
No,
pull it
I'm
off.
just saying, it's now you brought up They Live. It's there is, quite a visual similarity.
Well, they're both sort of mullet-wearing, mullet-sporting characters.
And,
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper.
Oh, extreme tangent here, but Saints Row?
I know
the video game. In the fourth Saints Row, one of the cast is voiced by the black guy from They Live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But there's a scene, there's a part in this game where he gets trapped in some sort of subconscious fear type thing, and it turns out to be a reflection of They Live.
Oh, wow.
And he's basically playing the character that he played in that.
So awesome.
But then a character turns up who's voiced by Roddy Piper.
No way.
Dressed in a kilt.
That's fantastic.
And he helps you out to rescue this guy.
That's so good. I love Saints Row. It doesn't take itself seriously, which is just what saves it. I love the fact that he's wearing like some silk dressing gown thing in this bit. He generally dresses quite effeminately the whole way through it. Now you've started pointing this out.
Yeah, but with him, it's like he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Right, this is to hand, I'll dress like this. I don't care what I look like.
I'm going to report an accident and I don't want to hear act of God.
This is how I wish I could talk to people on the phone. Just have an answer to everything that they throw at you.
He's got a gift of the gab, hasn't he? Just love wise talking bullshit artists. His characters are great.
See, they've obviously been friends for years because he's been talking about Jack Burton to this guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I never said they weren't.
I just still don't buy that he was trying to knock him out at the start.
Forget about it. Get over it. All Jack's clothes hanging up in the background on the little washing lines. Brilliant.
Tell you what, I bought my brother a replica of the vest.
Oh yeah, with the
Oh,
wicked.
That was a couple of Christmases
like the
ago.
sort of Buddha thing on it. It's amazing.
I mainly wanted to see if he'd realised what it was, because we're both fans of this film, and he knew immediately.
Yeah, like a moment.
Yeah,
I'd have had a moment if someone bought me that. I'd be like, oh my god, it's goddamn cool.
Here we go, Kim Cattrall again. God, I hate her.
I don't mind her in this. It's like it's the fact that they seem to have brought her back from the dead to be in things like Sex and the City.
I've not watched.
She actually looks like she's been resurrected as well.
I've never watched an episode.
Put the bolts into her neck.
I've never watched an episode of Sex and the City, but the clips that I've caught of her talking, she seems to have the exact same attitude as she does in this. Slightly superior. Or the sense that she's above everyone else.
Yeah, but she's sex addicted. Which she just like, how? Because you look like a knee.
When you watch this, do you want Chinese food?
I want Chinese food most of the time anyway, so you're asking the wrong question.
Oh, right. Well, when I'm hungry, I always think of Chinese food. But I'm really impressionable when it comes to films. If someone mentions any kind of food product in a film, I have a tendency to
in fairness, I do that, yeah. Like, sometimes people will be eating, like, meatball sandwiches or something like that, and you're like, damn, that looks really good.
Can't easily sway.
I do that a lot. Don't fall asleep, because it doesn't bode well for our audience.
There is a third commentator here who's been quiet. Is it commentator or witness?
Witness, I think, yeah. Should be called to the stand later. Testifying.
They made me do it.
They did it all on
Who
there.
is the owner of the pink Cadillac?
Who gives a shit?
Which of them is the owner of this pink caddy?
I don't know.
It's obviously not her. She's not driving. And she doesn't look like the kind of person who would let anyone else drive her car.
Oh no, it's got a big crack in one of the windows as well. You notice that? Like, there's like a big split in the glass. You almost get the feeling there was another scene somewhere that kind of got lost. I was in Disney films. No shit.
Was he?
Yeah. That's where he started out.
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
a child actor in
wasn't he?
Disney films.
One of the few child actors that didn't turn into...
We've had this discussion before, yeah. It didn't, like, die in a pool of their own vomit.
Yeah. There's the crack you're talking about.
Look at that. The other window doesn't look too clever either.
Now, this chick here, she's the proper reporter.
She's a reporter, yeah.
Who's Gracie Law supposed to be? Is she a sort of... Is she
Gracie Law.
Is that a nickname, or is that her actual
She's a
name?
lawyer.
So is Gracie Law her nickname?
Say that. I don't know, but they do say that, she's working on the...
So she
getting
is
the girls out of the sex industry thing.
Right.
She's working with the reporters.
I figured she was a sort of activist.
Out of the sex trafficking thing that's kind of going on in the background that they sort of don't really mention that much. Because Lopan,
kind of
there's big corporations just sort of generally into everything nasty. It just happens to be run by some ancient deity, demon god thing that has a Yeti in their basement.
Yeah. Now, this is the worst concealed door.
Mayan, man.
Oh, where is the door?
Oh man, it's totally vanished. It's like when she shut it again, it just disappeared. Could not see the seam. Green eyes, I've got green eyes. That is an appalling shirt. The hell did they get that mustard yellow shirt from?
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the rest of them. They didn't dress him to impress in that scene.
Not at all. You look even more like a dog.
Ooh. Like a 5 on the Richter scale. Green light again. Yeah, that is a really good effect for the time.
Ball, yeah. It's still like I don't know how they've done that.
I love the scream that the madam does when the one of the storms come through the ceiling.
I like the way they avoid having anybody just pointlessly topless as well. Because
this scream, I love that scream.
It just gets zapped in the back. Because, like, especially with 80s movies, there's usually just gratuitous topless woman runs past.
It's weird, you don't actually get any of that.
Gibbles him in front of the camera and then carries on.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I mean, that used to be what they'd aim for in films. Well, no, I won't say used to because this is from the 80s, but in the 80s it wasn't out of place that they would do something like that.
Not at all.
Boom.
I'll give it another shot.
That was a mistake.
You get 2 for free. And I'll kick you with both feet, but not fall down. So that's how you know he's magic.
Flew in from the ceiling. How is she not dead if she's getting fried by electricity there?
It's only low voltage. Is it AC current? It's not. It doesn't work, does it?
I do love the way he sort of grabs onto the lightning
like it's a rope. Yeah,
that's a really clever thing.
It's lovely, isn't it? I think that. I've always thought that's really quite lovely. And then there's the big green ball again.
Green flame.
Yeah.
Green flame. All hell is breaking loose. That was not normal. No shit. He's freaking out for the first time.
That chair looks so comfortable. If I had one of those, I think I'd never move.
Well, she's supposed to sleep in it or something, isn't she?
Well, she's like, she's a 2-bit lawyer. She's like, her office is her house. It's just like, she shouldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah, we get to hear a bit more about Lopan.
One of the only things that I don't get in this is how he's like, oh, look, there's another girl with green eyes. Yeah, but she's not Asian. So you're telling me any girl with green eyes could have done the job?
Yeah.
They're not that rare.
Well, I mean, that's something that Kurt Russell does point out directly to Lopan.
Yeah, it's like, there must have been others in like 2,000 years or whatever it's been.
Surely there have been others. Yeah, certainly there have been others.
There are always others.
You must be doing something wrong.
Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
But the reporter did exactly what Kim Cattrall was doing earlier, in the sense that she was explaining a huge chunk of the mythology in just one go.
This is brilliant. It's like, go fill in everybody on what's happening.
So well, you kind of go with it.
Yeah, it's great.
You don't get... It's not like there's a lull in the film.
There's never a lull in it. It's probably one of the most fast-paced movies I've ever watched. It sort of romps along. It's fantastic. It never hangs about. I always think it feels like a stage play. It feels like a sort of old-fashioned.
The script is certainly written in that sense. Bam, 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 bam. It bounces along at a real speed.
They just keep rolling. It's really great.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president. He's so full of himself. It's like he believes he's indestructible before he drinks that potion later on.
It's like he's read the script and knows. It's like, I make it out of this. Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, we watched Ghostbusters earlier. He's basically the Pete Venkman character.
Yeah.
In the sense that I'm not sure what's going on, but I'll run with it.
Totally, yeah.
Randomly blag their way in.
Rule the world from beyond the grave. Yeah, or check into a psych ward, whichever comes first.
They don't seem to realise that CCTV cameras don't have audio. So they keep acting as they pass this thing.
Well, why not? It keeps you in character. Helen's died. I think we've bored her into a coma.
Fine.
Fine, she's fine. Yeah, Dragon of the Black Pool. I so want one of those jackets. That'd be amazing.
Oh, good luck finding one of them.
I know.
You'd be better off trying to get a
I really
custom
want
one,
Last Exit to Nowhere or somewhere to do one.
Well, yeah, this is why I'm surprised that Last Exit doesn't have. They've got an egg Shen Busters
Yeah,
thing.
but I'd love a
And
Letterman jacket. I'd love a Letterman jacket anyway.
They've got a Wing
one
Kong
with
Exchange
the
one, but
Blackpool thing would just be amazing. Yeah, the Wing Kong Exchange. I saw that the other day. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool.
But, I mean, the main reason I didn't get that was because I tend to sort of lean away from anything that has Chinese writing on it because I don't read Chinese.
Yeah,
I don't like wearing
something. No idea what it says.
The one and only excuse I made was for the Lao Che air cargo thing.
Oh, 2 people dragging a third.
He's part detective. It's amazing. What you've got here is 2 people dragging a third.
All the stock and stuff has been there for years. It's
Yeah, it doesn't
actually selling anything that's.
What does the Wing Kong Exchange actually do? Is it a bank?
It's a front.
I know it's
That's
a
what
front,
it is.
but a front is a legitimate thing. It disguises something going on in the background. So what does the Wing Kong Exchange do?
Chinese numbers counting backwards. I mean
Downwards. I think it's a bank actually. So, I seem to remember them saying something about financial related things.
It's shifty. Does shifty things.
Yeah.
Shifty, shadowy things. Like making Kim Cattrall's hair not match her eyebrows.
I think she manages that on her own.
Collars and cuffs.
Discussion on Chinese religion, which is actually quite impenetrable. How many different hells do they have?
Oh, Jesus, don't. Have you ever read about Mahjong? That's so complex. It's insane.
What, the game?
Yeah.
What each piece is supposed to represent?
Yeah, it all means stuff. And how it all sort of interplays with one another. It's really quite fascinating. So it all represents loads of the stuff in the religions and everything. It's really quite lovely. I love Kurt Russell's sort of desperate second gasp of air on this shot. It's really lovely in the way it's filmed. There's this really sort of panicked last.
Yeah, he sort of looks around as his mullet envelops him.
Yeah. It's very believable. That's just brilliant. It's like shit.
But the thing is, how does the door suddenly open here? Why does the door suddenly open
Oh,
here?
who cares? It's the power of plot device. That's rank.
Yeah, this bit's always cut out of the TV edit.
No shit.
I wonder why. They just suddenly appear on the surface. They don't swim through all of these dead, crab-covered bodies.
Yeah.
Which is wonderfully disgusting.
Hell of the upside down. Don't know how bad would that water be. Do not get any of that anyone.
It wouldn't
dead
be that,
body soup.
I don't think it would be that clear.
No, don't think so. And he's just using magic to fire foam balls.
I love this interrogation. It's just, I will shake your head back and forth, and then I will fire this ping pong ball at you.
It's not even that. It's like a little foam ball.
It's
you
a
see it
Nerf
expand when it opens his hand. But he can fire it at that speed that it hurts.
And he's done it a few times because there's a few flying
there's a pile of them around. Look at my beautiful flowing locks.
Yeah, why did he suddenly change into his suit? Who's he?
Well, let's be honest, the basket was getting a bit cumbersome.
Yeah. I think that's the last time you see them wearing the baskets. They must have just decided, no, we've had enough of these now.
Not sure. Potentially.
You see Thunder later on dressed up in his sort of the same duds he was wearing at the start, but he's not wearing his
helmet.
Lampshade. Where are we? You're nowhere.
Well, clearly that's a lie.
Well, I don't know.
They're obviously somewhere.
I don't know, because I've never been quite... I've watched this loads of times, and it's implied that they are in another dimension here. Although there's stuff dug under Chinatown. But they have
CCTV in other dimensions.
He's
got little cameras, look.
Yeah, but they focus on upstairs. I don't know.
How does that work?
Well, I mean,
really long wires going through the dimensional rift.
I don't know, but it's just... It feels like it's somewhere else.
Yeah, it's a soundstage.
Oh, God.
I love this scene. I think it's one of my favourite bits in the entire movie. Absolutely love it.
They did an excellent job of making him look old. I mean, this is...
I know, it's phenomenal.
This is from the 80s, and that's actually the best job I've ever seen of someone being made to look old.
He looks absolutely ancient.
I mean,
oh man, that weird bit later where he lights up from the inside.
Yeah.
It's so creepy. It's really well done as well.
But
some of the effects in this really are
really
badass.
Good. But this is the best job I've ever seen of someone looking old. Usually when someone's covered in latex and stuff,
yeah,
you can see the seams and stuff. He must just be caked in the stuff.
Yeah, I think it's like his whole head, isn't it, virtually?
But he does a really good job of acting old as well. It's just the twitching here.
Yeah. Look at Russell's face.
So I don't want this guy that close to me. Skinned alive.
Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
No, Jackie means it.
I love that. Such a great line. So he just takes time to lean in. Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
He looks diseased.
He's been alive 1,000 years or something. I can't remember how long they say it is, but it's a while.
Yeah, it is a good length of time, but
yeah,
it's
a couple of weeks.
He does look contagious.
His liver spots have got liver spots. It's just
you don't want to breathe the air around him. You'd feel like you'd catch something.
I love when he does that.
Indeed. What, chicken in there's psych ward?
Never happens first. Yeah.
You're not taking me seriously. This
pisses me off no end.
Yeah, it's a fantastic thing. The number of times I've been tempted to say that.
To no end.
So good.
Wait for him to notice the monitor. There we go. God damn it! People stop fucking with my stuff. 2,000 years and nothing, and now this. Whole bunch of people in one night. You can comment if you want. No.
Now this guy here doesn't speak English at all. Just the way he said, "I can help you."
I love him.
He's really good,
awesome.
but he obviously doesn't.
But I love that. I love his delivery of the line.
He obviously doesn't speak a word of English.
It's absolutely brilliant.
It just makes me wonder what happened to him after this film. Was he just brought over?
I'm sure I've seen him in other things. Actually, I'm sure I have. I'm sure I saw something recently and went, "Oh my god, is that the dude out of Big Trouble in Little China?" I can't remember what it was now. He totally had these boots on the other day. It was amazing. They're so cool.
Where did they get these wheelchairs from?
Don't ask.
What kind of hospital would you find wheelchairs in like that anyway?
An old one. They're really old. They're like Victorian or something. Are we going up or down? Well, you're definitely going down. Bang.
Yeah, the old VHS version of this that I had was so grainy, she just sort of disappeared into this grey fog. You didn't see her hit anything.
He just walks out of there.
I don't think he really doesn't say anything else in English throughout this entire film.
I don't think he does, no.
He just sort of hits people for the rest of it.
He's one cool looking son of a bitch, so fair play.
I love, there's another line that I love. Probably welded shut from the outside by now.
Covered by brick by now. Yeah. Welded shut on the outside.
Okay, we'll just chew our way out.
We'll just chew our way out, Wayne. Just pour chocolate on the floor and let Chunk chew his way out.
Yeah, wrong film.
I know.
but I do make that connection each time I hear it as well. I just think, oh, where's Chunk? Every time they're throughout their entire stay down here, it just feels like it is otherworldly. There's just something off about the place.
It's the way they refer to all the different hells and everything as well, that they are somehow in this other dimension.
Yeah, and then when they actually later on when they go through the sewers, well, what they refer to as the sewers, and you see the black blood of the earth or something, they call them. What does that mean? It means black blood of the earth.
Yeah, what is that, oil or something? Oh, it's the black blood of the earth.
It just makes it feel like this isn't where we are.
But explain why, what's his name, the ghost guy, is physical there, and he isn't in their world.
Yeah.
Why he's able to low pan, where he basically drives the truck straight through him in their world, but in that world he's obviously solid. This is where he's been imprisoned all this time. Good thing he put that hook through his suit and not through him.
Yeah.
I love what he's like, let's try that again. Let's try that one more time.
He just doesn't stop.
Like, how am I supposed to let go of him?
Tiger by the tail.
Yeah. Wait, what? Starts inflating.
Yeah, that's a pretty crap special move, if I'm honest.
What, just get bigger until you explode?
Yeah.
Wow.
Was there a bowling sound effect with that? I can't remember.
I think it probably is, yeah. Well, you need abs of steel to do this.
It's Kurt Russell. Stroke Jack Burton.
No way. No way. And he's a bit ripped, but no
It's
way.
the 80s. It's the 80s and he tucks his vest into his jeans. He's hard.
He pulls it off, though.
You don't question it, really. It works for some reason.
Yeah.
It's probably
he is like slightly like the other member of...
I love that gun that he's got.
He does look like the missing member of the Village People, but still.
A militant member of the Village People.
One who's thrown out for having too many guns and knives.
Oh, here's that glowing bit you're talking about. We were talking during the Ghostbusters film about old films being cropped down for TV.
Yeah.
This is another one which was cropped down for TV. I never used to see it. What's his finger? His fingernail. I never used to see that. It was always just focusing on their head, which is horrible in itself.
Yeah, and all the bones become visible in his hand and stuff. It's really...
And then he turns into this
gorgeous effect.
And what's coming up is another thing that used to always freak the crap out of me when I was...
when he just like floats in that straight line and goes straight through the wall.
Yeah, it was that kind... I hate that effect. There's just something about it. It's actually... this bit... Oh, that just...
that is pretty...
That still creeps me out.
That's a bit weird.
You can see him coming towards the thing and he just passes straight through it. But yeah, the actor that plays Lopan, he's been around for ages. He currently does voice work for stuff like the Avatar cartoon.
Yeah, he was in like Samurai Jack and that as well.
So basically, anytime they need someone with a vaguely Oriental accent, they wheel him out. He must be bloody ancient by now. He's basically Dracula, really, isn't he?
Essentially,
Yeah.
to an extent. Isn't he, oh, what's his name? Do you know what his name is?
Which one?
The guy who's playing Lo Pan.
I don't know the actor's name.
Mm,
Why, had you spotted him somewhere else?
possibly. I'm trying to remember now.
He has been in a few things.
Yeah, there's been quite a few, yeah.
And now that we've mentioned it, I can't actually think of any of those. He was just shot. Jack Burton's just shot someone. The first time he ever plugged it, like, yeah, sure.
No. Of course not. A classically crappy 80s gun.
I like the gun.
I know, but it's just so...
Over the top.
It just belongs in this era of films. I don't see them anymore. They always belong in 80s movies.
Yeah, it used to be in the 80s. It used to be a case of the bigger the gun, the better.
Oh, there's certain types of shitty little 80s pop gun things that just belong in that time period.
Stuff that
like the Mac 10s as well. Like
stuff that made great toys.
Yeah, basically, were cheap to mass produce.
That's how Kim Cattrall should always be treated, I think, and gagged and
What,
bound.
hog-tied?
Yeah.
That's a bit kinky even for you, isn't it?
I didn't say I'd be doing anything to wash it like that. Just leave it like that.
Just leave it like that. Just lock her in a room, walk away. Nice. Every now and then, people like you appear on the news.
Or me.
Yeah. Being like hog-tying women in their basements and stuff.
I wouldn't make a hobby out of it. It's
Just do it the one.
It's just the one thing you do to Kim Cattrall.
Right. This is getting weird. Even for you.
I don't like
think we're
her.
entering into
She's
safe
annoying.
territory.
I mean, you should just leave the gag in. Fine, yeah. Deal with it. Wouldn't have to hear her.
Fantasies to yourself.
The Great Escape. There's been loads of accounts from actual soldiers during like World War II who have tried to shoot through locks and who have actually suffered injuries from the ricochets. It doesn't work. Which is unsurprising. It's, a lock is a solid chunk of metal. You're not going to be able to fire through it with a single bullet. Belly flop champion. Not a single bullet seems to be penetrating the surface of that water. Go on and on and on about missing Jack, and then he turns up, gives you a kiss, and you go off on one. smooth. Oh, no more bullets. I think this section above all others proves that Kurt Russell's character is the sidekick of the film. Because he's doing all the hard work. He's just bumbling around in the background. Finally reappears and everyone's dead. Time to go.
Job done. I missed all the scantily clad ladies jumping into the water.
Again, they avoided pretty much all sense of nudity, really.
Well,
no, seriously.
It's a little bit.
You saw one potentially bare ass from the side, but that was about it that I noticed. And trust me, I was looking.
Yeah, well, you would.
Well, only for the sake of this commentary. I want to keep it accurate, you know.
Right, yeah. Of course you do. Perfect.
Reach for the sky. There seems to be a lot fewer of them there than actually got out of the cages.
A grabby hand. Mountain Man. We've got Mountain Man.
So obviously the security staff are in on this slave trade type thing if they just open fire randomly.
Oh, yeah. Looks like it, doesn't it? Never shoot for the tyres. Classic, henchman era.
Well, they're shot at the side of the thing, and this doesn't look like it's bulletproof. Everyone in there should be dead.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, don't kill your merchandise.
don't damage the merchandise.
Yeah, so just, shoot the tyres out, and then you can just go and get them.
What the hell is that supposed to be?
It's a mountain man.
But looks like some orangutan.
Yeti thing. Yeah.
A vampire orangutan.
I love that idea you had, you wanted to do like a fan comic that followed on from the end of this.
Oh, well, it was Jack Burton fighting this thing.
Yeah.
in a truck stop somewhere. Yeah. You see, I'm sort of torn. Do I want that, or do I want him ending up as a pet?
No, I like the idea of it sort of on a rain-soaked highway somewhere in middle America.
I just want something else with Jack Burton in it, and setting it in the middle of nowhere like that on a truck stop just seems right.
It makes perfect sense to me. I've had it up to here with you. Just can't lift her hand any higher because of the chain. So
this is why they're relentlessly taking the piss out of it.
Oh yeah, completely.
Yeah, this is how Kim Cattrall should always be treated. She should be gagged, hog-tied, and constantly had the piss taken out of her.
Your fetish is really weird.
It's not a fetish.
It sounds a lot like one.
I do not like Kim Cattrall.
So the more you deny it, facial expressions don't come over on audio. You're pulling weird faces. Like she bites as well. There's a reason to keep her gagged.
Yeah.
She's a biter. Too near Kim Cattrall. She's nippy.
Bitey Cattrall. Kibble Cattrall.
Kibble Cattrall. Oh, God.
There you go. It's just sitting there, sharpening his really quite wimpy knife. And he's sharpening it wrong. That is not how you sharpen a knife.
So you got this whole thing, like, this whole fantasy about, like, chaining up women. And you know a lot about sharpening knives.
Shut up!
It's getting really dark. There's evidence now. There's a huge gun. You'd be like Dirty Harry. No, I'm
Thanks,
happy.
I'll stick with this.
I'm happy with my little teeny tiny knife.
Yeah, mind you, with the way he shoots, he probably needs the extra bullet.
That's true, yeah. So he can blow chunks of the ceiling out above his head and knock himself out. I moved downstairs after this one, I think.
Jack was looking for his truck the first time he went in there, wasn't he? Was he?
It's all he wants is his
Well,
truck.
at the moment, he seems to be going after her.
The dude just wants his truck back.
Yeah. But at the moment, he seems to be
How
getting...
is she floating there?
The
Wow.
force.
The power of film.
Yeah, I have to say the levitation in Ghostbusters was a little more impressive.
Behind you, weird ghosty man. With a giant hat.
He doesn't seem much of a threat, does he?
That's what makes him threatening.
He looks like an ornament.
Yeah, looks like that should open up and have tea in it or something.
And his forehead's way too big. See? Where does his head actually end?
I don't want to know.
That hat's
His
perched
eyes
right
are
on top of
freakishly
him.
red. It creeps me out.
Yeah, he's proper Dracula, isn't he? Okay, Dracula didn't do that, but yeah.
And the weird, the lights in the eyes. Are you ready for the fire station out of Ghostbusters?
It's not the fire station out of Ghostbusters. It's a fire station.
It's the one out of Ghostbusters.
See, that's so not...
It's identical.
It's not.
There's the door for the pole, look. That's where the pole comes down.
It's on the wrong side.
It's not. Exactly the same place.
I thought it was on the opposite side in the...
It's not.
They wouldn't have travelled across the east coast.
It's not the same one, because it hasn't even got a staircase going upstairs. I just like winding you up.
Ready when you are, eh? I love that big... the cabinets behind him.
Yeah.
So I want my house to look like that.
I wish you'd gone with it, that it was the same one out of Ghostbusters, just to annoy people. You'd have all these geeks, like, checking it out.
No, you want to relay relatively... Well, there is a pole over there on the opposite side.
Oh, there you go then. It's got to be the same one.
Shut up.
You don't know. You don't know.
It's so decidedly otherworldly where they've ended up.
It's a sewer, Phil.
Yeah. But I do like the way they entered it via a fire pole.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bat Cave.
The bad cave.
You see, that looks more like a European... That wouldn't look out of place in Paris,
Yeah.
let alone San Francisco. This bit, when I always used to watch this as a kid, I always felt this bit dragged on way too long. But
It's a very weird bit.
But now that I watch it recently, it's over really quickly.
I'm not
I think it's
sure
just
about his leopard print wristbands, I must admit.
Yeah, they are a bit out of
They're
place.
giving a weird message to me.
He's topless and wearing leopard skin.
But he's doing some awesome, cool, like, martial arts moves.
I think that's why it makes it drag on. I'm not generally impressed by martial arts moves on their own. If it's just someone doing this, it's kind of dull to watch.
It's supposed to take ages, I think. It's supposed to be like hypnotic.
Yeah, some sort of ceremony. Well, it's the ceremony of the burning blade or something.
It is, yeah.
But
which happens to be just a dragon holding a light bulb.
Which is a bit disappointing.
Yeah. You got to touch the burning blade.
It feels more like some sort of Saturday night game show.
It's probably the point, knowing the way this film is.
You see, this doesn't feel like they're wandering through a sewer. It feels like they're wandering through some sort of hellish domain. Or a bit on the outskirts of some hellish domain.
Well, he does say, doesn't he, that, like, wasn't there an earthquake or something and it ripped open a hole in between the worlds? A lot of unnatural things escaped.
How is a tree down there?
Well, exactly. It's like, yeah. I always imagine that's part of some prehistoric world that's kind of just been preserved down there. I really don't think she's wearing a lot under that gown, actually. I've never really noticed that before.
I'm going to have a closer look.
Worrying.
This guy doesn't seem scary at all.
He's got swords.
He's got swords,
and he knows how to use them.
Prancing around.
That looks pretty scary. That. I'd hate to be a carrot anywhere near that.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean about the attire there.
Mm.
So what's his name? Wang's ideal girl is actually an American stripper.
Wait, what?
With green eyes.
Yeah. Tame the burning blade.
Yeah. Trial by fire type thing.
Yeah.
What happens if they fail? Do they burst into flames?
I don't know.
Or does
all they've got to do is hang on to them.
Or do they reach the top and they touch the little dragon, the sphere thing, and the dragon just goes, no. Dragon says no.
It's got a light bulb. Touch the light bulb.
Ding.
There we go. So you can see the cord. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't feel magical.
It doesn't, no. I'll admit, I'm slightly disappointed by the burning blade thing.
Yeah, you'd expect more.
Damn it,
burning.
Carpenter. Yeah, and more blades. They spend half the film building it up, and it's like, oh, was it? Okay. I could have done that. I could have tamed the burning blade. Oh, I love this. They're all watching the water, and doesn't something come out behind them and just totally kill some guy?
You will come out no more.
What will come out no more? I love that. Yeah, here we go. What is that?
Oh, okay, it's like a giant anglerfish type thing. Eats one of them whole.
Won't come out no more, eh?
He probably starts to lose it.
Yeah, well, some kind of anglerfish with arms just came out of a hole and all dragged some guy away.
And he seems to be the only one bothered by it, really.
Yeah, everyone else is like, well, yeah, that's what you get down here. Must admit, that makeup is awesome.
It is. This is the one and only time throughout this entire film she looks vaguely.
I like the fact that she kisses Jack Burton in the lift, and he spends the whole last scene with just like lipstick all over his face.
This bit I've never quite got, because she obviously snapped out of whatever spell she was under for the burning blade thing, but now she's under it again.
Well, he's just done something with the lightning that's made their eyes go all white.
But then,
Phil, try and keep up.
Well,
that's clearly a plastic knife Susan cut his mouth.
The entire ceremony didn't seem to have any effect, and then 5 seconds there it does.
He's renewed it with the lightning thing.
Okay.
He's just gone back in to top him up.
So basically, you're saying she's like the Energizer Bunny. She needs charging up every now and again.
Yeah. That's what I always thought. It's just sort of worn off a bit, so he goes back in to top it back up. Because whatever's happening is taking longer than it should be.
How do you take your fish heads?
With less rats on. Less rats running around.
It's a food storage.
Yes. Just the rats scurrying about on top of it. But, maybe not. Fish heads aren't high on my list of things to nibble on as it is.
He had the entire fish there and he starts with the head. The bit with the most bone.
Well, we start with that and then it gets better after that. Maybe that's his thing. I'll eat the manky bit first.
Well, personally, I would have eaten before setting out on the mission.
Yeah, I wouldn't be eating no sort of manky smoked fish.
Yeah, you're in some sort of underworld hell and you want to chow down on whatever they're keeping there. What's
this? I don't know. Looks good though.
Yeah, it's in a gourd thingy. I don't know what it is, but he seems to think it's good shit.
Do things that no one else can do and see things that no one else can see.
It's acid, isn't it?
I remember having something similar to that in college. Didn't look like that though.
Seems to obsess over it quite a bit.
It's a gateway drug.
Now that I look at this, there's a hell of a lot of sets in this. There's not a lot of stuff that's reused.
And they got all these guys that all happen to look like the guys that are perched up against the walls, which I think is really quite lovely.
I can't get over the fluorescent lighting.
Yeah, the neon's just brilliant, isn't it? It's like, got this awesome looking Asian temple thing, and then we'll just make it into a cheap nightclub. It's brilliant.
Like
the Buddhist
this is where all his henchmen party on nights off when they're not trying to kill people.
We're not trying to take over the world. What should we do tonight, Pinky?
Giant floating meatball from hell.
Oh, this thing's rotten. It's got all the blinking eyes. Ew. That is rough. What the hell is that?
It's like straight out of Dungeons and Dragons.
It is, isn't it? I swear to God that's actually on the cover. I've got the manual somewhere. I think it is.
I can't remember what it's called in Dungeons. The Watcher or something.
Yeah, something like that. They have a giant cavefish man thing in it as well. With the grabby hands. Shoot it. It's really well done, actually. It's a stunning effect.
It's because it's done subtly. I can
actually tell how some of that's done. It's really quite good.
The
There's
freaky
a
bits
lot going on.
The freaky bits where it spins around the corner. There. That bit.
Well, you never know till you try. So true. Someone else is just trying to communicate, just blasts it.
Does what everyone else would have done. Yeah. I would have opened fire earlier.
Shoot it.
Yeah, the first time you see something like that, you don't sort of talk to it. You think, kill it with fire!
Yeah.
It's a giant floating thing with multiple eyeballs.
Burn it now.
And it's grinning at me. Kill it.
It's got an eye in its mouth, because it doesn't have enough eyes. Do it more. Not what this thing needs. More eyes.
Oh no, they're back in there.
Yeah, they've got their
headdress nonsense
things on again. He's got a different hat on now as well.
I think it might just be the angle. Oh, him?
Yeah. It's different. Ooh. Licking his wounds. Oh, everybody's here. Everybody's here. The whole family's here.
The giant mutant orangutan does seem a bit pointless, really. Doesn't really add anything.
It reminds me of Turtles too. It always does.
Yeah, he does feel like he's stepped out of the
ooze. Yeah. The Tokar Razor. Tokar Razor.
You will drink your dry ice and you will enjoy it.
I'd love to do one of the Turtles films like this. That'd be so awesome.
What, proper 80s tastic?
Yeah. No, I mean like a run through for one of the Turtles.
I'd have to watch them again. I haven't seen Turtles for donkey's ages.
Oh, come on.
It would have to be the first one. I'm not sure I want to do the second.
Oh, the second one's the best one.
What?
Yeah. First one's good, second one's amazing, third one's bag of shit.
Is the third one where they get back in time?
Yeah. We don't talk about that. Jim Henson wasn't involved and it shows. It's nowhere near as good.
Jim Henson was dead by then.
Yeah, I think he died between 1 and 2. So I think the second one's dedicated to him, if I remember.
I was just disappointed with Turtles too because they didn't call them Bebop and Rocksteady, did they? Called them something else.
Well, they're not Bebop and Rocksteady. No. They're Tokar and Razor.
Yeah, why?
Because they're different creatures.
Yeah, but why? If you're making a Turtles film, you can't have that without Bebop and Rocksteady, can you?
They were never in the comics.
So?
They wanted to do something different. It doesn't bother me because they're all written by the same people. Yeah. It's fine.
I keep forgetting that you read the comics.
Yeah, I actually read the stuff.
My main introduction to the Turtles was actually the cartoon
series. Fairness, though, like, the cartoon series was written, was like 90% of the series was written by Eastman and Laird. Mm. It's like the amount of control they kept over that is frightening.
Well, they've still got control over it. Mostly.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or have they sold it outright to...
I'm not entirely sure where it all stands.
Whoever's got Bay to do it.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't imagine, like, Kevin Eastman agreeing to that.
Well, it was Laird that he was talking with about it. It wasn't Eastman. And then...
I doubt that very much, because there's a thing on, if you look at, there's a fan site called ninjapizza.com, and when Bay announced he was doing the film, Peter Laird, like, he said, I can't really comment on it, but I've done this drawing. And it was a little picture of a Ninja Turtle with alien antenna and a sad face.
Oh, it must have been Eastman. It must have been Eastman that was saying that, but whoever it was, whichever of the two of them was, they were kind of behind it to start with, and then they went completely off it. Not necessarily after the alien thing, but after the announcement that Megan Fox was going to be April O'Neil. Anyway.
He's obviously got over the fact that she compared him to Hitler.
Yes.
So that's obviously, slid under the carpet. Oh, we laugh about it now. Who I compared you to a dictator. Tell you what changed my mind was the buckets of money he offered me to do the film. And it tells you everything you need to know as well. When the first publicity shot they released is her like bouncing on a trampoline or something.
Oh god, no! I don't even want to think about it. I'm not going to watch it. No. I'm not going to pay to see it. I just ignore it. Let's focus on this film.
Angers me though, because I know that in the future you'll be like, oh yeah, I love Turtles, and everyone will just be like, what was a shit film? And then you have to go into that whole thing where you're like, no. I mean, the other films before they made it shit, and the comics beforehand, and people are like, oh, there were comics? And like, yeah, there were comics first.
Yeah, well, most people seem to think they came from the
I'm going to go
cartoon series.
Stand over there now.
This is where the clever people are standing.
Yeah. If anybody needs me, I'll be crying in a corner.
None of these weapons being used in this sequence look particularly real.
Who cares? None of the film looks particularly real.
He killed the guy with the gunslinger. He didn't even get to fire his guns once.
That's horrible when he's jabbing the needles in her. It's really grim. I'm just going to shatter this like it's made out of...
I love it.
It just turns into confetti. It's fantastic.
Confetti and glitter.
Yeah. It's the bit where Eggshell and Lopan have the face off with the magic, invisible game controllers. They're playing Street Fighter. It's absolutely awesome.
Street Fighter before there was Street Fighter. He just spends his...
Oh, this is genius, though.
Well, pushing the knife.
Yeah, just pushes it straight into him and then can't get the guy off. It's like, wow, this thing weighs a ton.
I do like the mid-air fight here, especially where he is
phenomenal. Isn't it?
Especially where he finally gets him. He just jabs the sword in. He's going, oh, just start with, and then he goes, oh.
It's a wicked fight. Stop doing that.
He is Dracula, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hopping vampire things.
Ye olde Chinese rocket launcher.
Yeah, well, he didn't invent all that stuff, so, you know.
This is...
Wow, you're pretty good. I know.
Eyebrows.
That's right, because I'm the hero.
Here we go.
Not Jack Byrne. Here we go. Get your invisible Game Boy controllers out.
Use the shorts.
Look,
He is. He's playing a game.
He's playing. He's like Nintendo out there. It's lovely. And everything's burning, and he's got a fan. That guy's toast. Burton's finally got. They're still going. Everybody's having their own little war.
Yeah, everyone's got a person they're going to face off against. While all of the henchmen, all the little peons, just fighting in the background, closing the door.
Yeah. Boom. Closes the skull on top of the escalator. Is that little escalator?
Yeah, that's another thing. They've got fluorescent lighting everywhere, and then they've got the little escalators.
It's absolutely brilliant.
I love that. It just goes flying through there and explodes.
Come on out of here.
Coward. He didn't do a very good job closing the door if he can just run through the flames with it.
We just can't get the henchmen these days.
Open the Buddha stomach.
Yeah, the Doohickeys in there though, isn't he, if you remember? The mountain.
Oh, the orangutan.
Yeah. That's awesome with all the arms falling off.
Well, it was an effigy of the demon that was Lopan was supposed to be appeasing, wasn't it?
Oh, kick it in the groin. Run away.
Look, he's down. Kick him again. Finish him off.
No, because then he can't do the spin-off thing later. Just wearing a peacock on her head. You look really, really good.
A knife? This guy's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, but I've had dragon's blood or whatever it was. Tiger blood.
That's what that is now. It's tiger blood.
Tiger blood. Winning.
Somewhere in the background, you got him just knocking it back.
I've had tiger blood. That's why I'm winning.
There you go, all lippied up.
Brilliant. Just for the really serious showdown bit at the end. It's just like, just in case you forget it's a comedy. Absolutely awesome.
Oh no, Thunder does say something else in English here. I can't remember what it was though. You're human, or you're alive, or something. It's working.
Yeah.
The only two times you speak throughout the entire film, then.
I like Thunder. Leave him alone. Why is he not dead? Go slap him about. I'm doing all this lovely, like, look how serious and tough I am with lipstick all over my face.
Yeah,
don't look like an idiot at all.
But it's still the way he's talking about himself in the third person.
I know.
And then he goes,
like,
wait, who?
It's like,
Jack Burton.
Me. Like, everybody's supposed to know who he is, but he's not, because he's not the hero.
He's a complete nobody, yeah.
Yes, no one knows who he is. No, you just that guy like Thunder takes him out in about 2 hits and then goes off after the hero.
Yeah, but he goes after the big bad guy and completely botches it.
Yeah, everybody's like saying like, "What? You're an idiot! Come on." Tell you what, I'll throw the knife back at you. You can have a free shot.
This is a nice knife. Goodbye, Mr. Burton. He's a Bond villain.
It's all in the reflexes too. Boom. Oh, that's why they're there.
To play dominoes.
Do that domino thing.
Disbelief.
Camera wasn't running. What?
This is a proper comedy moment. This.
I've always hated this thing.
Just the way all this stuff flies in from off camera.
Get rid of that because you look like a fool.
Down.
Furniture and everything.
Like, what's going on in there? Run away. Now this. I mean, as a kid, I thought it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. But it's the most useless sort of special. I
personally think it's because Lopan's dead. He doesn't have the ability to control the powers anymore. I think Lopan, in a way, kind of controls everything to an extent. Yeah. He just self-destructs, basically.
But as a kid, it's really fun.
It is awesome.
It's really fun.
Horrible. It's just boom.
He might be alright.
Possibly not. Here comes a lightning dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was still kicking. There he is.
See, his powers have all gone mental as well, look.
Yeah, he seems to be getting ballistic too.
So I think it's like that whole idea that the Emperor controls everything as well.
So he's sort of the he tapers the powers and reins them in a bit.
Well, because otherwise they're just natural forces.
It completely burns the house down.
Yeah, so sets fire massive to thing catches fire above him and it drops down behind him. You can see it lowering.
That's a really good effect.
And it just drops down behind him all on fire. It's just rain of fire. What is that? It's amazing.
I don't know, but it melted.
Screw this.
I'm leaving. Pull me up away from the lightning.
Drop something heavy on him, because that'll be awesome.
How'd you get up there? Wasn't easy.
Yeah, one of these back grapple things in my wallet.
Which doesn't look like it can hold any weight at all. Yeah, because he's just holding it.
Well, it works on a pulley system.
No. Egg is just holding it.
Yeah, but Egg's awesome. He's taken the stuff, man. You can do things that no one else can do, remember? He's taken the tiger blood stuff. Hold this a second. So I drop this ornamental Buddha on this guy's head. Shazam!
I didn't notice the little Chinese symbol that pops up there.
That's awesome.
It's the first time I've ever seen that. I wonder what the hell it says.
Probably says...
Ow. Damn.
Damn. Oh, there's nothing in here, just my truck. Wait, my truck!
There's my truck. My truck! So these guys are the only ones that survived. Everyone else is dead.
No, they're coming up behind, but you just lock the door on them.
No, all the people that were on their side.
Yeah, but you don't... Yeah, could have been them. They're dead now. Sort their own problems out.
So basically everyone's dead except these guys.
I don't know. Of course I have a spare pair. There we go.
Charge! Wrong way! Sorry.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.
A forward gear might be good, at the very least.
It's got like 18. Pick one that makes it go forward.
There's another sharp turn again. And these guys didn't notice.
Yeah. Police are like, maybe we should have not ignored that Mack truck doing about 80. Away from the burning building. I'm sure it's not connected at all. Oh, isn't that cute?
No.
Not really. Light screen.
Yay, let's celebrate with some expensive wine.
Alright. What the hell's he doing? Smoking opium?
Yeah, he seems to be smoking from something.
Never noticed that before.
It looks like some sort of bamboo bong.
Yeah. And he goes out into the fog, and we put fog on next.
This is what the other John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you look outside in this film, it's foggy or rainy or dark.
Yeah. Well,
when
it
you're
is
on,
San
when you're on
Francisco,
stage,
yeah, it's
when
on-
you're on
it's on
st-
the-
when they're on a stage, it's always a.
It's on the coast. Oh, everybody ends up with somebody except Jack.
He leaves voluntarily.
There's Kim Cattrall.
Yeah,
The
I
only
couldn't
one
get away
left.
fast enough. No.
I'm still single. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to stay that way
Damn.
because there's something wrong with your face.
Well,
Well, I'm just reciting what Jack said.
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. I've forgotten about that.
See? I can't go in there. I know, there's something wrong with your face. Nope. I love the fact he's got a little saddlebag. He thinks he's a proper cowboy.
I kind of want you to step off the train with one of those one day. Like with your stuff in a saddle.
I may have priced them on eBay.
Because you got the coat, you've admittedly got the hat.
Yeah, I think me stepping off a train wearing a duster coat and a wide-brimmed hat, carrying a saddlebag might be a bit
I don't
too
mean the
much.
wide brim hat, I mean just like you've got like the
Oh, what?
jacket and hat. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
That's a different Harley Davidson hat to the one he was
Yeah,
wearing
he
at the
lost the
start.
first one. He
Did
had to
he?
get a new one. Yeah, he loses it somewhere. And the rain's coming down with sheets like lead.
Yeah, I just think they could do a lot more with the Jack Burton character.
Yeah, he's awesome. But then that's like John Carpenter's like little gift to the world. It's like he creates worlds with characters in them. It's like they all walk off to do something else.
They feel like they could. Yeah, they feel like they could either step out into something else, or they've stepped in from something else that already
which
exists.
is how like a good story should feel, how a good film should feel.
Well, it certainly saves a lot of time when it comes to the film.
Yeah, it's
itself.
like that whole thing that you said about Ghostbusters as well. Where you're just like, you didn't want to be them, you wanted to live in their world.
Yeah.
It's like, it's constructed.
You sort of
that
didn't aspire to
world.
be one of the characters in there. You sort of didn't look up to one of them as a role
Yeah.
model. You looked
It's
at
like-
the world in its entirety.
Jack Burton and the characters around him feel like you've just seen a slice of their life.
Yeah.
And now you've stepped back out of it. And that was it. That was Big
Big Trouble in Little China.
Little China.
Another movie from my childhood,
Yeah.
which I still loved a bit.
Big T, Little C.
This is not Big T, Big T.
No.
Big T, Little T.
Something else.